Hello, this video is for any high reliability teacher candidates who are working through the survey portion of their course. So this is the student perception survey that was given to us. This is a version that I made and translated for my students. So to create your Google Sheet, you go to the response tab, and then over here, I don't recall exactly what it says, but instead of view in sheets, you're just going to create the sheet. So here we are with our sheet. First thing I like to do, I don't need to know the date, so I am going to hide the column, not delete it. Then I can highlight this column by clicking it. If I hold the Shift key and use the arrow key to move it over, then I can make these columns a little bit smaller. The other thing I like to do when I'm digging into the data is freeze these names. So later, if I feel like it, I can dig into, oh, I wonder why this student feels this way. So over here, when you get the hand, that is a way to freeze the bar. So Google has automatically frozen it here for you, so you will always see the questions that you asked, but now we're going to see it with the names. So as I scroll over, I can see all of the questions and answers that have been given. But that's still a lot of scrolling. So again, I'm going to select one column just by clicking on it because I feel like I have more control when I hold down the Shift key and use the arrow to navigate. Most of these surveys have 6 questions per element, right? So I like to go, well, actually, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's select all of the questions. Okay, I've got too many rows. Now this is where the magic happens. I just have to change the width of one, and you know you're doing that when you get the 2 arrows. So you kind of have to click or like hover until you see that. And then I'm gonna, make it half-sized. And it actually made every single column smaller. So again, I just selected one row. I held the Shift key and then used the arrow key to move over until I got to the end of my survey. Then it doesn't matter which row, I just hover until I see those arrows and then I can make it smaller. And this gives us a more manageable piece. So I know I've got number 6 here. So again, I'm going to hold the Shift key, and this is just for me. I like visual cues. So I'm going to highlight the first element that I had as a goal, those questions within that. I go up to the paint bucket and I pick a color. It doesn't really matter, right? But I like using these lighter colors so I don't have to mess with it too much. So that tells me those are the answers for that specific element. So I can do the same thing. So again, that's just holding the Shift key, and this one has 7 questions. And then I use the arrow key to navigate the number of cells that I need to select. I go up to the paint bucket to choose the fill color. And there you have it. So there are only 3 elements in this survey. It's up to you if you would like to do every single one, or if you want to leave that last one white or a middle one white. It's your survey. But I like the visual cue that gives me. Now let's get into this. So I'm always going to have the mean here and the standard deviation here. Now there's a formula that's going to help us do that. To access your formulas, you're going to hit the equal key, and it's going to suggest a formula. Now I can see here that there's like an orange dotted line that goes around here. So I know it's selecting D2 through D18. I'm going to go ahead and hit the tab key or click on that to select it. Now this is just the average for this one question. And we're just getting a broad brush stroke of the element by using all 6 of those questions. So I'm going to modify this. D2 is exactly where I want to start, but I want to end on I-18. So to edit the formula, it's easiest to do it up here. And I'm just going to erase the D and put I. And now I know I've done this correctly because that orange dotted line highlights everything in that range. And that's going to give me the snapshot that I need for that element. Okay, so I can do the same thing here. So again, this is just for the mean. So I hit the equal sign and it's going to suggest the average. Again, it's selecting that one column, but you know what? I kind of like that because then I just have to see over here, okay, we're in column P. So now I go up to the bar here and I change the J to a P. I just double check that that orange dotted line is selecting everything it needs to select. I hit the enter key and there's my mean. So I do it one more time here. I'm going to hit the equals key. And it's always going to suggest average because I think that's the most common function. So I select average, and this is just for Q. I need to change that to W. So I go up here to change the second Q to a W. I see that orange dotted line. I know I'm doing it right. I hit enter. All right. So that is how you get the mean. And I'm just going to bold that for posterity's sake. Next is standard deviation. So again, to access our formulas, we hit the equal sign. Because I typed standard deviation, it already knows like, oh, you want to do standard deviation? And I say, yes, Google, you're so smart. And I'm going to select, even though it's wrong, we're going to do the same thing, right? Yes, I want that standard deviation, but I need to change it to I. See where that color comes in handy? So I move up here in the text box and just make it I and hit enter. So same thing here. The color helps me see, okay, this is where my next element is. I hit the equal. So standard deviation of the J column, but I need to make that P. So I move to the text box, P. I verify that the lines are where I want them to be. I hit enter. Same thing here. Hit the equal sign, standard deviation. Google knows what I'm doing, right? So I just say, okay, you get the standard deviation of this one question. I will change it to a W. And it's easiest to modify just up here with the text. I hit enter, and there you have it. You have just done your standard deviation and your mean. So thanks so much for watching. I hope this has been a helpful review of how to use formulas in Google Sheets and how we can use simple things like changing the color with the paint bucket to help us be even more effective as we dig into this data. Thanks so much for watching.